You'll never be too much for the right person. Let me say that again. You will never be too much for the right person. My whole life, I've always felt like I was a lot. I was too much. In school, when I was a kid, I was always too talkative. I was always too active. One of the things that really, like, I hold on to from my youth, I'll never forget, it was my first year of high school, freshman year of high school, and we were in gym class. Gym class is the time to be free and run wild, get your energy out. And I'm an athlete, so I loved gym. Gym was my favorite class. And we were playing gym, having a great time. I went to an all-girl school at the time, which was a whole nother story, and I was just into it. I was active, I was yelling, I was having fun. And the gym teacher in front of the whole class was like, Alexa, you need to calm down. So it's always been instilled in me that I'm too much. You're too much. But you know what? The people who love me, they love that I'm too much. Because for them, I'm not too much. For them, I'm just me. That's who I am. And I saw a video recently where a creator said, make videos and content and advice for you 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, I was in my first serious relationship, and I finally felt like, oh, this person really loves me for me. But then in about 2 years' time, I was too much, or I wasn't enough. And that really brought me down to a dark place, because this person is someone who I thought I would spend my life with. It was my first, like, real true love. And to go from thinking, wow, this person loves and accepts me exactly how I am, I've never felt so safe with someone, to then, you're not doing it for me. You're too much. You're not doing enough for me in this part. It really brought me down to a dark place. And it took me years to bounce back. And again, that was 10 years ago, 8 years ago, to now where I'm 30 years old, and sometimes I still struggle with feeling like I'm too much, because I don't fit this cookie cutter shoebox idea of how a person should be, especially in my town. I come from a very traditional little type of area where everyone is super Italian. That's how it started when I was a kid. Everyone was super Italian, and I'm not even close. I'm negative Italian. And it was so bad where I would lie about being Italian, because if you weren't Italian, you were weird. So it started there. And that was like the first grade. And now I've gotten to a point where I am confident in who I am, because I know I'm unique and I know I don't fit in. But the people who love me for me. And they reassure me and tell me how great I am. But it takes years to build that up. And this, again, is just a reminder that you'll never be too much for the right person. The wrong person, you can change everything about who you are. You still will never be good enough for the wrong person. And that's something that I was doing also. I started changing who I was. Maybe if I act like this, maybe if I do that, maybe if I behave this way, this person will like me. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. So then I got to the point where I was like, all right, I might as well just be true to who I am and really be myself. Because I don't want people to gravitate towards me if I'm being fake and if I'm putting up this facade of who I am. So I'm going to be me from the jump. I'm going to be 100% authentic and show up as me. And if you like me, that's great. If you don't, that's fine. I don't want that kind of energy around me. Never change who you are. Never settle for anything less than you deserve. And I'll be the first to say, that's something that I don't even still really buy into yet. It's something where I just keep saying it and saying it and saying it, hoping that it finally clicks in my brain. Everyone has a little bit of a self-esteem issue. Even if you're confident, even if you love yourself, you're never going to be 100% like yeah, I'm the best. I'm the best. But if you keep telling yourself and drilling it in your head, I'd like to think that one day I will be okay with being completely myself every single day of the week. And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting better. But don't get me wrong, I still find moments where, you know, recently I was with a group of friends, and this one girl, I've known of her for a little bit, but we never really interacted, and I thought I was, you know, being myself, and she thought I was funny. And the type of jokes I make are kind of are in a sarcastic tone, but typically you pick up on it. So I found out a few days later, you know, my jokes, she took offense to them. She didn't think they were funny, and she thought I was being serious, and she doesn't like me. And I got so hurt. I was like, why doesn't this girl like me? Like, I did everything right. Like, I'm awesome. Why doesn't she like me? And I took it so personal. But you can't take it personal because it's not against you, if that makes any sense whatsoever. How someone feels about you is on them, because it's actually not about you. It's how they feel about themselves. So again, just keep drilling in your head. The right person won't think I'm too much. Show up as yourself. Because why would you want anyone to like you for not who you really are? Show up as yourself, be authentic, and your people will find you.